Q105.7, Albany's rock station, and the Q105.7 app. I'm Steve King, and joined by Klaus Meine. He is the Scorpions lead singer, guitarist, main lyricist for the band. And it has just been announced that the Scorpions are going to have a little homestand going on in Vegas. Scorpions Sin City Nights kicks off Saturday, July 4th at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, the Zappos Theater, and with special guest Queensryche. So that's going to be an absolute kick-ass show. Tickets go on sale to the public Friday, January 24th. And there are a bunch of other ways you can get them. If you're a Citibank member, there's an early deal. There's Scorpions Rock Zone Fan Club pre-sale and a bunch of others. But excited to have Scorpions back in the United States and playing at Vegas. And we've got Klaus on the phone right now. Hi, Klaus. How are you?
Hi, Steve. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. It is a pleasure to talk to you.
All right. Albany, New York. Wow. We haven't been there for quite a while.
Well, we'd love to have you come back sometime.
Yeah.
First, you've got to hit Vegas, though. Tell me a little bit about the Vegas shows, the Sin City Nights, starting July 4th.
Yeah, starting at July 4th, and we have 9 shows run there in at the Planet Hollywood Zappos Theater, and we're very excited to come back for another residency. And since we're making a new album this spring, we come to the United States. We have a great producer, Greg Fiddleman, who used to work with Metallica, Slipknot, and many more. And so that means after a tour in Australia we do now in February and Southeast Asia, we come to the United States. And right from the studio, we start the residency in Vegas in July. And we're very excited about it because there are not so many shows like we usually play year after year because of the making of the new record. So therefore, those shows will be very, very, very special for us. Mm-hmm. And we're looking very much forward. This time, the fans coming to Vegas to see us.
Not a bad place to go see the Scorpions.
No. And I tell you, Scorpions feel at home in the desert, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
What's it like for you guys, though? Normally, you're touring the world, you're in different, places all the time, and then to be able to stay in one spot for 9 days and play your show for 9 days. How different is that for you guys?
It's very different because for us, it's like you never unpack your suitcase, It's like one city in, one city out, next city, next country, next continent. It's like we do this tour now in spring. In a couple of weeks, I'm on my way to Australia, New Zealand. We play Singapore, Manila in the Philippines, and it's a lot of traveling. And I tell you what, growing older, after all these years, that's the part you don't like the most, It's okay, but the best part is definitely when you go out on stage and you see the fans and play the shows. And so for a change, come to Vegas and you have a place, you don't change the place, you don't change the stage, you have your setup. And all the casinos in Vegas, we did a residency a couple of years ago at the Hard Rock Hotel at the Joint, and that was also pretty cool. I know the casinos, they treat their artists very well, so... And it's also for, not only for the band, but also for the crew and friends and families, they come to join us and hang with us. And it's a whole different setup. And I can understand why this Vegas concert, I know like Def Leppard did it and Aerosmith are still doing it, I guess, why it became so attractive for many bands. Yeah, not only in our generation, but of course, when it comes to traveling, it's great alternative to stay in one place, and you can experiment a bit with production and stuff, especially in Vegas. And there's so much you can do besides your own shows. Go and see some other shows, some other artists, and it's great. I'm looking very much forward to it.
Anybody in the band that's like a professional gambler, likes to go out and hit the tables or the slots or anything?
I'm not sure about Mickey, our new drummer, who joined us from Motorhead a couple of years ago. He's a great guy, and he hangs out sometimes, when you ask Mickey, so what have you done last night? Went to some clubs? I just came back 7 o'clock in the morning, Klaus. So maybe he will hit the tables.
Maybe Mickey D's your big gambler.
The gambling part of it. I don't know. For the other guys, no, I don't think so. It's not. We love the vibe, and it feels cool, the whole Vegas thing. but we're not so much on the gambling side, I guess. Maybe Mickey, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'll ask him.
You mentioned the new album. It's been a while for you guys since you put out a studio album. You said you're working on that, and this residency there in Vegas will be right after you're out of the studio. What makes you guys decide, okay, now is the time we're going to do a new album?
I mean, we've been touring with the Crazy World Tour for quite some time around the world, so many places, and many of them twice. Mm-hmm. And it feels like it would be the time has come for a little break in terms of touring like a hurricane year after year after year, and just keep going, and sometimes even the same countries and places, and you feel it's time to go back and focus on the creative juices, and write some new material. Even if you would write it just for yourself, it makes sense, so because it's just something that's in our DNA. You make records, you write new songs, you go out on the road, you play them, and this is so much in our system that at this point it just feels good to come up with some new ideas. And the best thing is when you start writing, because you never know what's happening, and you feel like you're on something hot and it works, and there's some creative feedback, and you feel there's something coming up, there's something new you're creating just right now out of the blue, and it feels so good. After all these years, you just cannot take it for granted, So I've been doing a lot of songs. I wrote lots of lyrics, and I sent them to Rudolf. He's in Thailand right now over the winter months, and when we finished a tour in South America or in Russia last year, he went to Thailand. And I sent him some of the new lyrics, and he comes back with all those hammer riffs. And we come back with this album, like, I guess there's lots of attitude, and to try to find the old Scorpions DNA, like albums Blackout, Love at First Thing. This is what we try. I don't know what comes out of it, but it feels good to take it on with a whole new approach and don't play it safe. It's not important that it's perfect. It's important that it's going to be wild, it's going to be rough, and there are a couple of songs that we can play live. That would be fantastic.
That's one thing about the Scorpions. I mean, a 50-year anniversary this year, and throughout that career, I have been a huge fan and have loved the Scorpions all the way through. And it's one thing you guys have always produced, whether it was album after album after album, hits, doing something different like your MTV Unplugged, or it just seems like you guys have had this longevity that's been truly amazing. It's been years since I've had the opportunity to see you live, but one show that I saw you at in Legend Valley in Ohio with Quiet Riot and Fastway, it was that long ago, is still, to me, one of my favorite concerts of all time.
Oh, thank you.
It's amazing the longevity of your band.
Yeah, it's amazing. And like I said, you cannot take it for granted. You have new ideas. You cannot take it for granted. The band stays together for such a long, long time. It's just not the way it usually is,
No.
But
No.
with the Scorpions, I mean, we're a German band. We come out of the heart of Europe, and we know it's quite a unique history all these years, and not too many German bands following us around in the world. And we know it's a very special history, and we're very grateful for it. And we still enjoy playing. The passion to be a live act, to go out there and really, go out and kill. It's like the Scorpion Stinger comes out, and the chemistry works so perfect after all these years. And there's nothing to prove anymore, It's just, hey, let's go out and do a great job and deliver a great rock show. So we want everybody to go out and say, wow, I didn't know they had so many classic songs, and I really loved their songs, the classic songs, the hits, some vintage stuff, and hopefully some new stuff that comes out soon as well.
I can't wait. And I think you're going to get huge crowds there in Vegas at the Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, the Zappos Theater. Kicking off July 4th. I mean, I got to think that's going to be a huge draw. Go see the Scorpions in Vegas and enjoy the heat of July 4th.
It's a perfect day to start the run of the 9 shows, the 4th of July celebrations. That's got to be great, So we invite everybody, and now it's Albany. Come on, Albany. Get on the plane. Come and join us. See the Scorpions in Vegas.
We will do that. I appreciate it. Klaus, always a big fan of yours and of the Scorpions. Tell the rest of the band we said hi, and safe travels until you get to Vegas, my friend.
All right. Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye then.
Bye.